Hey guys, Chris here with Cohesive Friendship Unit. I wanted to make a video about Hellblade Senua Sacrifice on the Nintendo Switch and what I kind of think is a deal breaker for the game on the Switch. And it's not even really Hellblade's fault, which is a bit unfortunate. But before we get into that, guys, there will be a Steam code in the description of this video. That is because you guys have been being awesome about subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate those subs. So if you like this, consider subscribing, consider liking this if you like the video, and leave a comment down below. I read and get to just about every single comment, so let's have a fun discussion. So here's the issue with Hellblade, right? I played this game on the PC after it basically got all the praise in the world at the Game Awards in, I believe it was the 2018 Game Awards. And the game's great, and it is amazing just what such a small team could pull off on PC, let alone get a similar parody experience on the Nintendo Switch, let alone getting it to basically run on a mobile chip and be played in portable mode. Even if there are technical limitations, the game holds up quite well, and the porting team, which isn't the original team, should definitely be praised. But this game is supposed to simulate someone perhaps with schizophrenia. Definitely, I mean, it's not officially diagnosed in the video, but probably schizophrenia, definitely some kind of mental turmoil going on in their head. And strong, I would say probably more than 50% of the experience of this game is experiencing what's called binaural audio. And just that heightens the presentation. You hear voices in your head, much like if you had schizophrenia. It's actually like one of the few games that uses the ability of being a video game. Like, it uses that form of art, like video games as art. It uses one of the unique properties of that, and that is putting you in that person's position, because you are playing as someone with schizophrenia, and as you are playing as them, you hear voices in your head, and they're coming from all different directions. They're coming from behind you, they're coming from the left, they're coming from the right. There's different voice actors that portray essentially different characters in your head that could be telling you, positive, encouraging things, negative things, and that's a huge part of the experience. For me, personally, that is more than 50% of the experience of this game. And the Nintendo Switch doesn't have wireless audio. And the headphone jack on your Switch is very, very far from where you would realistically be on a TV. This is the problem, right? This is the problem. There's currently no native way to listen to audio through your Nintendo Switch when you're sitting on your couch. And yes, there are a few scenarios where you can enjoy the full Hellblade experience as it was meant to be. That being portably, that being sitting at like a desk where your Switch is set up at a desk with a monitor and you can get the headphones to fully reach. And that's really about it. I would not suggest playing this game with just normal TV speakers. I wouldn't suggest playing this game even if you have solid surround sound with just normal speakers, because you want the voices to be in your head. You don't want them to be surrounding you. You want them to be inside of you. And for that reason alone, I think it would be hard to recommend this version on the Switch, even if it is a competent port. And that kind of leads into what this next hardware revision of the Switch definitely needs. Maybe it's just a Joy-Con with a headphone jack. Maybe it is just true actual Bluetooth headphone support. Or maybe it's some other solution that I can't. Maybe it's the smartphone app, right? Maybe they need to just get native piping for all games through the smartphone app. I don't know, but Nintendo does need to come up with a solution for this, because every other console you can pipe audio through. Like PS4, you can plug into your controller. Xbox, you can plug into your controller. And some TVs now, like my TV is a TCL. It's like the highest end TCL. So the remote actually has a headphone jack, and you can plug into the headphone jack. But the audio isn't that great, and I wouldn't recommend playing it that way. So it really, this to me is it's a major thing that Nintendo should try to figure out and crack down on. Even if you're just playing tabletop mode on a plane, having Bluetooth headphone support would be much better than having some wires and stuff all over the place. To quote Reggie Fils-Aimé, gamer headsets. But yeah, that's all for me, guys. It's a bummer that this game really does lean on this, and it is a decent enough port that it would be worth buying if this was the only system you had to play it on. But it's hard to recommend in this state. Yeah, so that's all for me, guys. If you like the video, please throw a like down. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree that Hellblade needs this audio experience to be experienced with headphones. And that's all for me, guys. Catch you guys next time. So I can't actually provide and recreate a true binaural audio experience, but I do have a Blue Yeti mic, and this could be kind of this is the point that I'm trying to illustrate, right? And maybe for this part of the video, it'd be worth listening to your video with and without headphones. Like, try this once with headphones, try this once without. So basically what I have is I can totally focus like the right channel, for example, so you only hear me coming out of the right, or I could listen to just the left channel and have you coming totally out of, or mostly out of the left, and it's almost like you can hear a voice coming all around you. And this would be a lot more intimidating if I was a scary, schizophrenic voice in your head. And this is something that is much harder to capture with just like your TV's soundbar than with headphones.